space travelers surround me. Hark now to the ballad of Rocket Robin Hood. I may well confound you, astound you, spellbound you with heroes and villains, the bad and the good. Watch now as our rockets race here from afar, for now with our Robin we live on a star.
3, 2, 1, blast off! Band of brothers marching together, heads held high in all kinds of weather. With fiery blast our roaring rockets rise, beyond the earth, beyond the skies. At the side of Robin take a stand, with the gallant leader of a band. Send a joyous shout throughout the land for Robin, Robin Hood. We come from near and distant star to the sound of the galaxy born. To rally round Rocket Robin Hood, braver man has never been born. So we sally forth against the foe, our band of brothers skyward ho, with Rocket Robin Hood. With Rocket Robin Hood.
In the far reaches of outer space, Rocket Robin Hood and Will Scarlet come to the end of an unsuccessful hunting expedition on the rugged, desolate surface of an uncharted asteroid.
I'm afraid we won't find much in the way of game in this forsaken place, Will.
I agree. We've nothing around here to shoot at but each other.
Hold on there, you varmints. Reach for the sky before I pump you full of lead.
Reach for what?
I think he said the sky.
Reach, I says, and when I says reach, you reach as if you want to stay healthy.
Oh, well.
That's better. Now talk fast. Who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing with them bows and arrows? What are you, a couple engines?
Just a moment now, friend. Before we answer your questions, I think you ought to introduce yourself.
Introduce myself, eh? All right, tenderfoot. Jesse James is the handle. The toughest, meanest, straightest shooting outlaw ever to saddle a bronc.
Jesse James?
The name strikes fear to your heart, don't it, boy?
Jesse James. Jesse James. Oh, yes, Jesse James, the ancient earthling outlaw.
Then this eyesore must be his direct descendant.
You betcha. The end of a long line of Jessies, and the roughest of the lot. The fastest gun in the Western Hemisphere.
Fastest gun, you say? Well, my friend Robin here happens to be the fastest bow in the universe.
Fastest bow? Phooey. Well, there ain't no call to get nasty about it.
Of course not, Mr. James. I just thought you might like a demonstration. After all, we are in the same line of work.
Same line of... You mean, you fellas are outlaws, too?
Certainly. We make a habit of taking from the rich and giving to the poor.
Steal from the rich and give to the poor? That ain't the way you do it at all. You steal from the rich and you keep it. That's what you do.
By the dilapidated looks of you, Mr. James, you're not doing too well.
Well, you see, oh, shucks, I just ain't no good at it, that's all. I'm a disgrace to the name Jesse James.
Oh, come now, Mr. James. Surely if you applied yourself.
No, I couldn't rob a piggy bank.
Well, you're just going through a run of bad luck. Have another go at it.
You think so?
Of course. In fact, your fortunes may even change today. The interplanetary stagecoach is due along here within the hour.
A stagecoach, you say? By thunder, a stagecoach. It'll be just like old times. I'll do it.
Ha ha, bravo. Well, we must be on our way.
All right, you coyotes. See you later. I gotta practice my draw.
That's it, Mr. James. Practice makes perfect. Come, Will. We have to go find a stagecoach in a hurry.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Well, that does it. Tombstone Stage. Yeah, what does it mean?
I don't know. But I seem to recall reading it in a volume of ancient Earth history.
You know, Robin, it's been my experience that your sense of humor, however entertaining, usually gets us into trouble.
Nonsense. This has nothing to do with my sense of humor. We're merely doing a good deed for a fellow outlaw. The poor man's confidence needs a boost.
And why the N.O.T.T guard uniform?
Oh, I just thought since we're to be the villains in this piece, we might as well dress the part. Here's yours.
Easy there, old Pete. You'll be riding pretty soon now. What's that? Must be the stage. There she is. It's the... Well, I'll be sat in cactus. They's some fancy stagecoach.
And, Prince John, this is an unnamed asteroid which just moved into this orbit. It doesn't look like much, but there is the possibility of vast mineral deposits.
I compliment you on a thorough inspection tour, Sheriff.
Come on, partner. Let's go get him.
What is that object on the radar screen?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's coming straight at us. Battle stations! All alert! Battle stations!
Come on, Pete. Oh, buddy. Come on, horse. Attaboy. Whoa there. Pull up, you mavericks. This is a hold-up.
Whatever it is, the silly-looking thing is attacking us.
Yahoo! Giddy up, Hank. Jesse James rides again.
Range 140! Fire!
What in the name of Wyatt Earp was that? Bet they got Bill Hickok riding shotgun. Pete, let's skedaddle out of here.
What shoddy marksmanship is appalling.
I've got him zeroed in this time, Prince John. Range 050!
Oh, come on, Hoss. Get me out of here.
Fire!
Is this the end of Jesse James' comeback as an outlaw? As Will Scarlet warned us, Rocket Robin's sense of humor often leads to trouble.
The countdown started, trouble cruise, but have no fear, we cannot lose with Rocket Robin Hood.
Soaring through the far reaches of outer planetary space is new Sherwood Forest Asteroid. Fantastic headquarters of that swashbuckling cosmic highwayman of the 30th century, Rocket Robin Hood. Yes, here comes the one and only Rocket Robin Hood, gliding through galaxies in his search for star-shattering adventure. The interplanetary villains quiver in their space boots when they hear the merry ring of his laughter and feel the blast of his mighty electro-quarterstaff. Rocket Robin Hood, fun-loving astral adventurer in the astonishing years to come. Rocket Robin Hood, the happy outlaw of outer planetary space, is a direct descendant of Robin Hood of old. He's fast, with a joyful laugh, a ready jest, and a quiver full of futuristic arrows. Robin robs from the cosmic rich to give to the astral poor. He's fun. He's fantastic. Robin Hood, merriest of the merry men in the astounding year 3000.
In time of trouble, time of woe, the dark before the dawn, return to Robin for his strength in brains as well as brawn. So though the villain holds his sway, there come our dawn, will come our day, with Rocket Robin Hood. With Rocket Robin Hood.
Jesse James, the bumbling outlaw, tried to hold up Prince John's royal spaceship. It wasn't a good idea. Prince John has no sense of humor.
That takes care of him.
Go down and see if you can find him. If he can still talk, I'd like to find out what the old fool was up to.
According to my calculations, he should have come down right about here. Ah, yes, there's the wreckage of that stupid-looking spacecraft he was riding. But where is he?
I'm up here, you bushwhacking bunch of shadow tramps. And it's lucky for you that I am, too. If I could get my hands on you.
The man wants to get down. Oblige him. On your feet, you space flea! How dare you remain seated in the presence of the sheriff?
Sheriff? Did you say sheriff?
I did.
Well, Sheriff, it looks like you finally caught up with me.
Finally caught up with you? I don't even know your name.
You don't even know? When was the last time you was in a post office, man?
What is this idiot talking about?
Why, my picture is splashed all over every post office in the universe.
Take him back to the castle for questioning.
Well, this is the right place. I wonder where our desperado is.
Look, Robin. That looks like the ruins of that space steed of his.
Oh, we'd better get a closer look.
Now, who would want to do a thing like that?
And where is Jesse James? Will, this asteroid isn't on the regular N.O.T.T patrol run, is it?
No. But I imagine they conduct occasional inspection tours. Why do you ask?
Suppose a N.O.T.T ship happened along before we got back. Jesse James might naturally have assumed it to be the stagecoach and...
And attack it. If that's true, it's a wonder he isn't lying here with his trusty steed.
They might have taken him prisoner. We better conduct our own inspection tour at N.O.T.T Castle.
All right, now. Who is this motley scavenger?
He calls himself Jesse James, sire, from the planet Earth.
Don't try to fool me. You dry gulch me for the reward.
Reward? What reward?
Ain't you never seen none of them posters with my picture on it? Wanted, Jesse James, dead or... What am I saying?
You've put us to a great deal of trouble, little man, so we'll check on your story. And if there is not a handsome reward, indeed you'll find yourself the guest of honor at your own execution. Take him to the dungeon.
Now, where do you suggest we begin our search for Jesse James?
It appears we don't have to. Here he comes now.
No, you done it, Jesse. You come up with that reward story just once too often.
Doesn't appear to be very happy, does he?
Prince John and the sheriff often affect people that way. I think it's time for the changing of the guard. You take the right. I'll take the left.
Just to honor at my own execution. I tell you, that Prince fella's got some sense of humor. He's real funny, he is. I tell you, this here outlaw business is enough to drive a man to sarsaparilla.
Calm yourself, Mr. James. You're among friends once again.
Huh? What? You two again? Well, of all the conniving polecats I ever rode with, telling me you was outlaws and ain't no honor among thieves no more, that's what.
Now, don't let the uniforms fool you. We could hardly walk around here in our usual sporty attire. They'd have us in the dungeon before you could execute that lightning-fast draw of yours.
Yeah, I guess that's right, then. Where are we going now?
Well, if all goes well, we're going to borrow one of the sheriff's rocket ships and exit as quickly as possible.
There's a good idea.
That's strange. They're taking him to the runway instead of the dungeon.
Who's taking whom to the runway?
The two guards. They're taking the prisoner to a space rocket. They're getting on board.
You fool, you! They're obviously not guards. They're spies helping him escape. After them.
Yes, Your Excellency, right away. Call out the guard. Prepare to launch Space Fortress.
Now, that wasn't hard, was it, Mr. James?
It ain't hard, but it sure is hair-raising.
They're sending a space fortress after us.
We should be able to outrun them in this ship.
The posse's on our trail.
I really wish you hadn't done that, Mr. James. You just destroyed our rear view monitor as well as our fuel tank.
We couldn't outrun Friar Tuck in this condition.
I suppose not. It looks as though we'll be going back to the castle. as the sheriff's guests.
Having been captured by the wicked sheriff's posse, can Robin and Will possibly hope to avoid joining Jesse James at the execution ceremonies?
No danger looms through outer space. No villain stands up face to face with Rocket Robin Hood.
Strongest member of Rocket Robin Hood's band is Little John, the brawniest spaceman ever to rocket through the cosmos in the fantastic years to come. This Goliath of the galaxies has the might of a cosmic Hercules, the brute force of an unleashed meteor, combined with a truly super weapon, the electro-quarterstaff. Little John, whose great strength is tempered with a simple, good-hearted kindness toward all living things. Mightiest of Rocket Robin Hood's merry men in the amazing years to come, Little John. When the problems of Rocket Robin Hood call for heavy thinking, then it's time for the one and only Friar Tuck to come to the rescue. Some, like the wicked Sheriff of N.O.T.T, think him fat, foolish, and not worth worrying about. But don't you believe it? Friar Tuck, whose courage is as tremendous as his appetite, is just one of the astounding space characters in the merry band of Rocket Robin Hood in the fantastic years to come.
Now are A-OK, the battle shall be won. So watch our rockets roaring by as Robin's men light up the sky for Rocket Robin Hood. For Rocket Robin
Hood. With a single shot, Jesse James has put a speeding rocket ship out of commission. Unfortunately, he, Will, and Robin were in it at the time, thus placing them at the mercy of the sheriff.
I trust you'll be comfortable here. You'll want to be well rested for tomorrow's festivities. I'm in your debt, Rocket Robin Hood. Tomorrow's highlight was to be the routine execution of this mangy vagrant. Now you've come along to add 2 star names to the bill.
I'm sure it will be standing room only.
And the proceeds go to Prince John's favorite charity,
Prince John.
I'm curious to see how witty you are when you face the executioner.
Oh, I imagine we'll manage to keep him entertained.
unless, of course, we cancel the performance.
If these prisoners are not delivered to the executioner promptly in the morning, you 3 will take their place.
Yes, of course, Your Excellency. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear him? If you 2 allow anything to happen and get us executed, I'll see that you live to regret it. Oh, what am I talking about?
Will, why don't we pass the time with a few rounds of Spaceman?
Excellent idea, Robin.
Mercury, Mercury, old spaceman, he'll blast off as fast as he can. Mercury, Mercury, old spaceman, he'll blast off as fast as he can.
Thank you. I never tire of that game.
Come along, Mr. James.
This fellow doesn't deserve to be a colonel.
This is the shortest way out of here.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's mosey.
Not just yet, Mr. James. We have some important business to attend to.
Important business? What's more important than getting out of here in one piece?
If you'll just keep your eye on the exit, Mr. James, we'll be with you in just a few minutes. Signal us if anyone happens along.
Nice fellers, but flightier than a herd of buffalo.
Well, there's the vault. Now, there's just 12 inches of magnetic steel between us and the crown jewels. What do you suggest?
Now that you're a colonel, I suggest you see to your slovenly troops while I see to the jewels.
You're absolutely right. Those two are a disgrace to the uniform. What in the name of Neptune is this? Of all the bedraggled, lazy, poor excuses for guardsmen I've ever seen, you two are the worst of the lot. Look at you. You haven't got a backbone between you. Look at that uniform. A disgrace. You're not fit to wear it. About time we got some discipline around here. Face front. Attention! I don't want either of you to move a muscle until you're relieved of duty, or you'll answer to me. That is all.
Please control yourself, Mr. James. Such enthusiasm could attract attention.
What do you mean, sneaking up on a feller like a pair of prairie dogs?
I apologize, of course, but we could hardly go clomping through the halls at this late hour. The guardsmen need their sleep.
I think it might be a good idea to continue this fascinating chat later. We still have some escaping to do, you know.
That's right. It slipped my mind. Come along, Mr. James. What do you think?
No. This bucket has seen better years. I'll bet it couldn't pull better than a Force 12 metrocycle with a tailwind. Now, let's shop around a bit.
Oh, what's the matter with you? Let's jump in this thing and hightail it out of here.
Patience, Mr. James. If there's one thing Will knows, it's spaceships.
There's the one we want.
But you blame fool. There's somebody in it.
If we ask nicely, I'm sure he'll let us have it.
I've never seen such a pair of rattle-brained, thick-headed...
This way, Mr. Why, you crafty old fox.
Huh? What?
Will, do you know what this man has done? He somehow managed to pilfer a sack full of crown jewels.
No. I don't believe it. Oh, now there is a real outlaw for you.
How I envy you, Mr. James.
Such great wealth.
And such excitement. Just think of the adventurous years ahead, Mr. James, with the N.O.T.T guardsmen on your heels every minute.
On my heels, huh? Tell me, Sonny, how does he feel about rocket ships?
Oh, this? He'll never miss it.
I tell you what, you keep the jewels. I'll take the ship.
But, Mr. James, where are you going?
Straight. That's where I'm going. I aim to leave this yar outlawing business to brainless young loco-weeds like you. Adios.
Arch enemy of Rocket Robin Hood is the cruel space tyrant Prince John, despot ruler of the national outer-space terrestrial territories. With the help of the wicked Sheriff of N.O.T.T, the Black Prince plans for that terrible day when he will destroy and conquer the entire solar system. And well, he might, if it were not for Rocket Robin Hood. Rocket Robin Hood, outlaw defender of right in the astounding years to come.
Side of Robin, take your stand with the gallant leader of our band. Send a joyous shout throughout the land for Rocket Stand with brother to the end. The joys of freedom to defend. Here's the place to be on the side of the free with rocket.